All right, welcome to part 2 of the Avengers Endgame reaction. Get the tissues ready. I'm gonna shut up. Black Widow just died. Let's just get into the reaction.
As long as we have the stones, Cap, we can bring her back. Isn't that right? So stop this shit with the Avengers get together. What? It can't be undone. It can't.
Because that's how we got the stone.
Sacrifice her life for that goddamn stone. She put her life on it. She's not coming back. We have to make it worth it. We have to.
Yeah. Yes.
We will.
That is the only way.
Yeah. But how do we...
Well, we have a gauntlet.
Let me do something good, something right. No, it's not just the fact that glove is channeling enough energy to light up a continent. I'm telling you, you're in no condition.
He's right. Like, I get where Thor's coming from, but it's like, hey, you are not in condition.
I was made for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so if... Oh, shoot.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Hurry,
Dude, they have the pin particles.
Let's do it.
Oh, no.
Is he gonna be able to... Because remember, Thanos could barely do it.
Yeah. Come on, dude, you gotta do it. Hurry. Oh, no.
Hurry, just snap. They have to snap it. They got it. Come on, hurry up.
Oh, my. You seriously bring the entire thing here?
Duh.
Oh? I think it worked.
Dude, answer it and make sure.
Wait, I know. Shoot.
So we got people back, but...
Okay, but now we can't... The problem is we collected the stones.
Yes, now we're just here for Thanos.
So we...
And who's alive?
But at least he doesn't have it yet, right?
Yeah,
he
but
doesn't
who's
have
alive?
Okay, still good. What about...
We got Iron Man and Cap and Thor. We don't know where they are. Go,
yeah, we cannot let them get that.
We can stop him.
Iron Man?
Yeah?
Right? It's Tony?
Okay. Dude. This is it, man.
Dude.
This is the end of the end of the end.
Oh.
What you been doing? Absolutely nothing. Just as long as we're all in agreement.
Dual wield, baby.
Snap.
Let's kill him properly this time. Half of life. The other half will thrive. But you've shown me that's impossible. I will shred this universe down to its last atom. And then, with the stones you've collected for me, create a new one.
Let's go. Oh.
Oh. Oh, dang. Come on.
Let's go, Ant-Man.
Let's go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
A little plop. Oh, let's go.
Nice.
Oh. No.
Oh, no.
He's like, what is happening?
Nebula, listen to her.
Listen to you.
Yeah, listen to yourself.
We've learned.
It's like from the first time that they met, right?
Oh!
Don't tell me, is that? Oh, snap, it is! Shoot! He's worthy!
Let's go!
Oh!
He finally has a weapon!
Yeah!
Oh!
Oh, snap!
Oh!
Holy!
What I'm about to do to your stubborn, annoying little planet, I'm gonna enjoy it.
He's got a whole army.
Gosh. Once
You
again.
gotta love Cap, man.
Dude. That's awesome.
On your left.
That's right, Thanos.
Oh!
Hey!
Dude.
We got more, boys.
Oh my gosh, it's about to be crazy.
Let's go, Thanos.
Assemble.
It's the rematch.
I told you it was like Lord of the Rings, bro.
Oh! Oh, snap.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He does all the time. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be weird. The heck is this thing? Oh. The Russo brothers make everybody cooler. I'm sorry.
That wasn't our only time machine.
Oh, snap.
Oh, Doctor Strange is
Holy.
back, baby.
It's dead. What? It's dead. I'm the hot wires.
Oh my
His
gosh, in the
skills
middle of
coming in.
this?
Lit. Give it to me.
We gotta work together, boys.
Yep.
It's like football.
It is.
He's fucking it.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I forgot, yeah.
You took everything from me.
Dang.
Yeah,
Nice.
Activate instant kill.
he got to use it.
Hey.
Because remember, she almost beat him last
Yeah.
time.
Oh.
That actually might have helped
That's
us.
what I was gonna say.
Is anyone cooler than Doctor Strange?
What the? That's crazy.
What the hell is this?
Dang. Good, we needed to take
That
out
works,
their,
yeah, we needed that.
Don't worry. She's got heads.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
What the? Guys,
Come on.
We cannot let him get that again. Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Tony.
It's not glowing. He took the stones.
Oh, wait, what?
Hey, Mr. Stark, you hear me? It's Peter. You want, Mr. Stark? You want, Mr. Stark? Friday. My functions ready. Tony, look at me. We're gonna be okay. You can rest.
I hope families are reunited. I hope we get it back and something like a normal version of the planet has been restored. If you told me 10 years ago that we weren't alone, let alone, to this extent, I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised, but come on, So I thought I'd probably better record a little greeting in the case of an untimely death on my part. Not that death at any time isn't untimely. But again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end. What am I even tripping for? Everything's gonna work out exactly the way it's supposed to. I'm up at 3,000.
Drax wore a shirt. You recognize that kid? From Iron Man 3?
Oh, yeah.
Nick Fury.
How it all started, to be honest.
Yeah.
Happy.
You dad like cheeseburgers?
Oh, come on.
I'm gonna get you all the cheeseburgers you want. It's time for me to be who I am rather than who I'm supposed to be. But you're a leader. That's who you are. For the first time in 1,000 years, I have no path.
You have no responsibilities.
Now, Guardians of the Galaxy back together again. Just so you know, this is my ship still. Boy, if you the Nazi road and my securities in there. Okay? I got some blasters unless you guys want to use knives. There should be no knifing one another. Everybody knows who's in charge. Me. Don't do anything stupid till I get back.
Something he said.
Come on. You're taking all this stupid with you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You thought it could end normal.
Bruce.
Right by his timestamp. You should. We'll get him back. Get him the hell back.
Yeah, son, I'm trying.
Sam. So did something go wrong or did something go right? Well, after I put the stones back, I thought maybe I'll try some of that life Tony was telling me to get. Try it. How does it feel? Like it's someone else's. I'll do my best. That's what it's yours. No. No, I don't think I will.
They had to get you, dude.
Yes, dude.
Isn't that awesome? The iconic shot.
There's so like much to say that I don't
Yes.
know what to say.
Could they have done it any better?
I'm
Wasn't
not-
that so perfect?
Yeah.
Like, you have to end the Avengers, blah, 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 10 years. There was not a single thing I would have done differently.
Yeah, like it's very like that's so difficult to do because of the amount of just stuff involved, right? Because of how many movies and how many stories we've covered.
Yes.
And to be able to kind of like make it come together and, you know, be able to create like a good movie is very, I mean, because, you know, you want to make sure that like, hey, you know, we're showing bits and pieces from like everyone's, you know, stories, right? And it's like there's just so much, and they were able to do it so well.
They did it perfectly, in my opinion.
Yes.
That's why I like the time travel. I thought the time travel was so, like, as a Marvel fan, and it was a little different because there was time, but you've had the closest simulation to that experience you'll ever have. Like, wasn't that just odd? Like, I thought that was so cool. Like, being able to, and it could have been stupid and cheesy, but they did it in a way that was good, so I bought into it, right? But then also, it was so cool, like, going back to the first Avengers movie, and, like, all these different things that you remember, like, you've watched.
You get hit with that sort of, like...
It's, like, nostalgia within the movie.
But, like, not just nostalgia. It's, like... You start to see, like how big of a journey it kind of was, and of course you do get hit with that nostalgia, but it's like, you know, it's like we've come so far or something, right?
Yeah.
And this, yeah, it was such a neat wrap up. Like, it was so beautifully done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Iron Man's death, like, come on. Like, he goes, I am Iron, like...
Yeah, like, I was thinking, like, the entire time when I saw him, every time I kind of saw him, and especially towards the end, I was like, this really feels like, it really honestly feels like Tony is, like, the main character, and he goes through this entire, like, all these movies, and it's, like, one, like, big story arc for him, kind of.
It is, which is why I love, because think about it. This this final act, if you look at Tony in Iron Man 1 and Tony now, he's the complete opposite.
Yes.
He is narcissistic and a total prick and selfish and self-serving, and now on the other end of it, he ultimately the self-sacrifice,
which is the
ultimate self-sacrifice. And he was the only guy, even specifically in the movie, there's something I didn't appreciate the first time. He was the only one. He was like, okay, like, let's do this. I'm willing to sacrifice this. Let's get everyone back. And he's the only one that had stake in the now. And everyone else came back except for him.
No, yeah.
I mean, Natasha too, but...
Well, yeah, of course.
But yeah, I just... You're right. I think it is kind of this giant, beautiful arc.
Yeah, it's just... It's cool because as I was seeing him kind of, like, pass away, I was remembering all the times, like, in the other movies of, like, you know, like, where he was all like, he's saying, like, he's not really a hero and stuff like that. And then him doing that sacrifice in New York where he, did the whole nuke thing and, trying to save everyone with the whole Ultron thing, right? He as, like, time went on, it's just, like, you start to really, like, unravel his character, right? And you really get to know him.
Yeah.
And... yeah, I mean, it's just...
And I mean, it's the ultimate... If you think back, and this is the Marvel nerd, but if you think back to when him and Steve were arguing, where his response to Steve is, you're nothing but a science experiment. Which, if he's worthy of the hammer, is completely proved out wrong.
Yeah.
And his point was, you'd never lay... You're not the guy to lay your life down the line. And so it's like, from that point, these both of these characters are proved to be more.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's so many moments though, right? Like it's
I mean, yeah, like
the Black Widow death, dude. Like,
no, of course.
Like, that's just brutal. All of it.
I mean, it just sucks. I'm gonna be honest though. I think I saw that coming.
You saw her gone?
Yeah, because first off, well, of course we needed. Well, this is the thing: is we needed someone to die.
Yeah, you need
right because the Soul Stone, we have to do something. Otherwise, if they did some sort of weird like loop thing, I'd be like,
that would be dumb.
I'd
be
a little bit like,
dumb.
okay,
like obviously it stinks that Natasha died, but they did it in a really amazing, beautiful way.
But then also, I feel like there were a few moments where like Natasha was like, I don't know. It felt like she was triggering some flags.
I wasn't sure. I thought that at first. But when they did him and he started going slow-mo, I was like, wow, no way. Like, they knew, even, like, the movie brain in me, they, like, tricked you really well.
Yeah, but then after, I also thought, like, okay, who, if they died, like, didn't really... Of course, like, they had a connection with the... Or she had a connection with the Avengers, and that was, like, her family. Mm-hmm. But, Barton, right? Is that his real name?
Yeah, Clint, yeah.
Clint, he had his family.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, there's almost 0% chance that they're gonna, instead of Natasha, who doesn't really have like her own, I was like, okay, she's probably gonna be the one to go.
Yeah. But just the way they do it. And it's it's the exact same track as when Gamora died, and just this movie is so well made. It really is.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And then I'm trying to recall all the moments, but like I feel like the Tony's death and also Steve choosing to live out his life are so impactful to me. Like they're
so perfect.
Well, it's like I keep thinking about those two moments. It's tough to. I'm trying to recall like all the other stuff.
Well,
of course, there were some.
I mean, the showdown, dude. When they walk out and he's sitting there just waiting for them, and they're like, "It's a trap." And it's like, "Yeah, we know." And you're just like, "Oh, dude, like, come on."
That was really cool.
Like the big battle is epic, but I actually think that fight between the three of them is one of the best fights in the MCU.
Yeah, I actually like that fight better than the big battle. Not saying that I didn't like the big. That was freaking epic too.
No, of course.
But it felt more like, it felt very intense. Like it's us three versus him.
Yeah.
Like we are kind of like the leaders. We're in charge of like our different sort of like groups. I feel like, you know, and you know, we failed the first time. We're not going to fail again, kind of thing. You know, and it was so cool because I mean you see bits and pieces of like, you know, them learning from the past where, you know, they probably developed these things on the downtime, right? Like the whole absorbing the electricity. I remember the first time that Thor fought Iron Man. Yeah. He had that thing where he like charged him,
which
and
is
he
cool.
Shot him back, and then, you know, they had their whole official set like move there, right?
Yeah.
And then I forgot a few other ones I forgot, but
well, I mean, Cap grabbing the hammer.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, that's crazy.
That
right?
was just so epic.
That was super cool.
I could not believe that when that happened. That totally took me by surprise. Like I was like, what?
Yeah, that's awesome because it. I mean, Cap's freaking cool, man.
Yes.
Like, and that shot where he is getting back up, because we see it so many times, and he's always getting back up.
And the shield is broken the same way it was broken in Tony's vision, like split in half. Like all of those details.
But him kind of just walking up and kind of like challenging like the entire army, right? I was like, that's such a cool shot. And it describes him perfectly. Like that's literally him.
Yes. That is.
That was so cool.
Yeah. And on your left, like the way they did all the callbacks.
Yes, of course. There's so many callbacks.
But like, like you can actually do callbacks badly, and they did them perfectly. Like, they were so good.
And then another thing that comes to mind is honestly Thanos. Like Thanos is really cool to me. Like very interesting.
I almost like him better in this movie. And that's actually not saying that he's bad in the other movie, but like the whole monologue he gives where he's like, well, I was going to kill half the universe, but I do realize that's wrong. I'm going to kill all of you. I was like, oh. Like this is just like you upgraded him to like this just huge evil baddie, and I liked that.
Yeah, but he also, it's interesting because he was not
Mm.
tricking himself into believing that it was right. He 100% believed that he was correct and he was trying to do the right thing.
But I like how, you know, in the last movie he's not right, but there's an argument to be made for Thanos, right? Whereas in this movie, I like how you see the flaw and the ruthlessness of that ideology. To like, you know, like you do see Thanos, he does believe he's right, but like when he's talking to Cap and he's like, I'm gonna enjoy destroying you. Like I like that you see the evil side of Thanos. Whether he believes he's right or not, he's a horrible alien purple-headed thing.
Yeah.
And I like that, and also it's just kind of an epic villain moment.
But I mean, it's still, even though he is slightly different in this one, I mean, the ending of the last movie and the beginning of this movie where he kind of goes off to live his life on a farm or something.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to me because like it kind of shows that it's not like power that he wants. Ultimately that's not what he's not someone that's being almost corrupted and absorbed by that power, where like most villains are, the whole like, I need this power or control. It's like he obtained that power in order to achieve something that he thought needed to be done, and then disposed of it and said, now I can live my life or something, right?
Yeah.
It's so interesting to me. And I think even though he is different in this one, Thanos is still Thanos. there's only a period of a few years like separating them, right? And so deep down, he still is that same sort of person. And I think, like, at the end, like, that's so rare to see in a villain, the way he kind of, like, almost, like, accepted, like, the defeat, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he ended this movie the same way he ended the last movie. And it's almost like he does have that respect. Where he's almost like, I lost. Like, you beat me.
It's almost like he feels that whatever happens is the way things are supposed to go, you know? Or something weird like that, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
And so, I mean, because most of the time, like, a lot of times bad guys, you know, towards the end, they always, like, crack.
Yeah.
And they always, like, freak out or be like, you know.
Yeah.
But to me, I found it so intriguing how he kind of acted at his last moments, you know?
Yeah.
It's almost like he was disappointed, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. He just felt like...
You might be right. I don't know. This movie is actually so dense.
It's so hard to create, like, you know, new types of, like, villain characters. Because a lot of times with villains, like, you're not getting as much time with them as, like, the main characters. And so a lot of times they end up being... I feel like they get a little... like, stereotypical, like, in their own sort of, like, okay, you can have, like, an interesting, like, backstory. They have, like, some sort of tragic past or whatever, or they're crazy, or they're relatable, right?
Yeah.
But he felt very unique.
Yeah, well, I mean, we spent all that time with him in the first movie, which I think helps a lot. I do think it helps.
But still, even just the little moments of, like, how he kind of, I don't know, just... the way he kind of reacts to everything, like, is so different to me.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. He's a really cool bad guy.
He's an awesome bad guy. And his freaking blade in this movie
is
so cool.
When he threw it, I was like, holy, like, the sound effects.
Yes. Like, just the action and stuff was awesome.
Oh, yeah. The action was really cool.
And I liked that it didn't do a lot. Like, the beginning is kind of slow. Mm-hmm. And I like that. I like that it's not...
Well, I mean, it's sort of...
It really lets you feel... No, but, like there's a period in the beginning. Not, like, right at the beginning, but after they, like, kill him, it really just, like, lets you feel miserable.
Well, yeah.
But I like that. A lot of movies wouldn't do that. Like, and I know, I guess Marvel fans maybe take that for granted now, but I so appreciate that because that's what elevates this movie above other superhero movies, above just a lot of other movies. Mm-hmm. Is that it's not afraid to be like, yep, we've been doing this for 10 years. Yep, we're going to treat this like a real movie. We're not going to be worried that it's too boring or there's not enough action. Yeah, we're going to take 3 hours and we're going to do what we need to do for the story. And I didn't feel like there was ever a moment where, you know, they were doing a thing for the money or whatever. They were like, oh, we need an action scene. Like, it did not feel like that. It really did feel like they were like, look, here's the way this story really needs to be told. And then this is kind of the only way. And I really like that.
Yeah.
And Ronan, he's like my favorite. I don't know, I want a whole series about Ronan. Or Hawkeye. That's like I really would watch like a John Wick movie of him for the 5 years. I totally would do that. Like, that would be so dope.
That would be interesting. I'm trying to recall just like, I don't know, any other moments that like were really big.
Well, I mean, the rat saved the universe.
Hey, but you know, look, there's got to be a little RNG. Like, not everything is like set in stone.
It's a Ratatouille crossover.
I mean, heck, you know, like sometimes, yeah, that's just what happens. I don't know what to say, you know.
Yeah.
But
it's
a really good ending.
It's a perfect ending. They couldn't have done it any other way. I don't think.
I feel like I kind of ran. No, well, not ran a marathon. I went on. It's like the end of a journey. I feel like I literally came back home, and I'm like, after this long, like, travel through this sort of like fantasy world or something, and
we will do a a whole video, don't worry, about like the MCU, because I feel like it's unfair to sit here in the aftermath of Endgame and count that as the, you know, at least for this Infinity Saga, or whatever they call it.
I mean, yeah, it's hard.
Like, we will do a video or a tier list, something. We have to do kind of a talk review, but
yeah,
dude, I really think they just did it perfectly. Like, just perfectly. Tony with his dad, just like the little moments, man.
There's so many like beautiful moments and like epic moments.
Yes.
And sad moments, of course.
Like, it really is like a Lord of the Rings or something. Like, I have never seen. Now, this is, I know you don't prefer theater experiences, but I can tell you that watching this freaking movie in the theaters was unlike any other. Like, the amount of freaking out that people did at all of the big moments was absolutely unreal.
Oh, sure.
Like you could look up theater reactions, because it's like, oh my gosh, it was unreal. But, so yeah, that is it. We're gonna be continuing, but I mean, that's basically it. There's a few more movies, and then we'll put up polls or debate or draw straws for. We're gonna do probably 1 or 2 Marvel shows. I can't promise all the Marvel shows. I haven't seen all of them, but we'll do 1 or 2. Probably WandaVision, because that one's really big, and I've seen that and I did enjoy it. Maybe Hawkeye, because it's coming out soon, but we'll cover that in the like summary Marvel video. We'll keep you guys updated. The full-length reaction, obviously, of this movie is going to be up on our Patreon, as well as the next reaction, which is Spider-Man 2. That's also up on our Patreon. It has been a bit of a journey, but if you do still want to check out our Patreon, we have all of our MCU stuff, full-length reactions, tons of stuff like that. It is really reasonable, and it does really support us. But either way, thank you for joining us on this just absolutely epic journey. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you stick around, like, subscribe. See you in the next video, and we love you 3000.